everyone and welcome back to Social Divas. Oh my, I look exhausted. My eyes are so teary, but we'll try to get on with this with today's Social Divas. So today we are looking into the disappearance of Cherrie Mahan. So Cherrie disappeared on February 22nd, 1985 at the age of 8 years old, and as far as I know, that on the day of November 5th, 1998, she is declared dead. For me, that even though no matter how many years pass, no matter how old these kids dead, even on if they are declared dead, I try to have hope that they are still alive, but they do not know that what their real name is, because if they get kidnapped at a young age and they have been told that they are gonna be called Susie for an instance, they would think that is their name for the rest of their life, not knowing that they are this person. So I hope that Cherrie is alive somewhere, despite what it says that they have declared her dead. So let's go into the background of Cherrie. So Cherrie's full name is Cherrie Ann Mahan, who was born in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania on August 14, 1976. Her mother, Janice, was just 16 at the time when she gave birth to her daughter, which she later confessed that she had been a result of her being raped at 15. So I do feel bad for Janice, because, nonetheless, Janice doted on her daughter, who grew into a friendly, talkative child, later stating that we were always together, grew up together, and she was my life. Janice later married a Vietnam veteran named Leroy McKinney, who accepted Cherrie as his daughter, and in 1984 they relocated to Complanter Road in Butler County. So now let's go from there into the disappearance. So Cherrie Mahan was last seen exiting the school bus on Complanter Road on February 22nd, 1985. She alighted this bus with 3 friends at approximately 4:10 before her friends entered a car driven by the mother of one girl, Debbie Burke, who had followed the school bus in her own car. Mahan was then observed to walk past a bluish-green van which had parked near the bus stop, and turned a corner to walk another 150 yards uphill to her home. The van would be described as a 1970s era Dodge, probably a 1976 model with a distinctive mural depicting a steer traversing a snow-capped mountain painted on the side. And so Burke was the last individual to see Mahan. At the time of the disappearance, she was only 8 years old, about 4 feet 2 inches in height, and had brown hair and hazel eyes. So there is not a lot of information given about this case, because it says that like between it's not very far between the bus stop and her house, and she basically arrived home, but between her walking past the van and arriving home, we don't know whether what actually happened, because her stepfather Leroy Mittini overheard the school bus slowing to a halt near his home. He later recollected he had intended to walk down 150 yards to meet his stepdaughter before his wife said, "No, it's a nice day, let her walk." When 10 minutes had elapsed and Mahan had not arrived, they started to get worried, and the search of the driveway did not locate her or her footsteps. And it's snowing too, so it's very easy to find footsteps. But the only thing that was found is the tire impressions in the driveway soil approximately about 50 yards from their home. So it does indicate that she has been kidnapped. But the thing is that there is no footsteps from the daughter. The investigation immediately launched, and the terrain around her home was searched with the assistance of bloodhounds and helicopters, and investigators conducted house-to-house inquiries. And the amount set for the reward is $39,000 for Mahan's safe return, and an additional $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of her abductor or abductors. And so the investigators discounted that Mahan had been kidnapped for ransom. So most likely the abductor or the abductors knew the family. So they made, after years pass, they have no much leads, and as usual people around the country or around the states say that, oh, I have seen her in this country or I've seen her in that country. And so this is very hard because there is not a lot of information on this case. After years of legal debate, although existing laws had determined Cherrie Mahan to have been declared legally dead 7 years after her disappearance, Mahan's mother only petitioned to have her daughter legally declared dead in 1998. A Butler County judge approved a petition from Janice Martini to do so in November of that year. 3 months earlier, she had donated $50,000 in a sum for the information of her daughter's safe return to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And the trust fund was given to her younger brother Robert, who was born 4 years after Mahan's disappearance. Can you imagine that you're born 4 years after and you don't even know your big sister. For me, I can't imagine it. So the whole theory on this is that Janice stated her conviction of her daughter's disappearance can still be solved, and like she doesn't believe that her biological father is involved, and the police officers have like not discredited him but like couldn't find any proof that the father did it, even though that they did look at him. So, and as of today, she is still not found. And yeah, so if you're out there, Cherrie, no matter like how old you are, your parents are still looking out for you. So please contact someone if you're out there and alive.